Welcome to Building Connections Doral Talks. How did the year end of 2024 and what is expected for year 2025 right here in Doral? Welcome to Building Connections Doral Talks, guys. Again, I am your host, Betty Gonzalez, and welcome to our very first show of the year. If you're here with me, thank you for coming back. If you see me later, please make sure that to come every Thursday. I come here live. And if you have any questions, you're able to put it on the chat and I'll be able to answer it for you. Just want to really give an overview of how 2024 ended up here for the city of Doral. I wanted to go deeper into the city of Miami and all this other stuff, but I just decided to just keep it right here local so that you know exactly what it is so that you can see how it ended. And if you do have any real estate needs that you want to have for this year, that at least you have enough information to base it off of rather than just assuming. So I want to talk about how the year ends. Are we in a seller's market? Are we in a buyer's market? Or are we in a balanced market? So right here in Doral. And then I also want to talk about what the interest rates are for today at the beginning of the year. Today is obviously January 2nd. And the months of supply that we have right here in Doral. And then how many people, are people still moving to Florida? Are people really coming here? Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about. So let me share with you what's happening here in just the state of Florida as far as the news goes and what's trending. Let me share my screen with you because it is really amazing to me that we still see people wanting to come to move to Florida. I mean, it is not a secret that we have a beautiful state that have a lot of benefits. We have great tax benefits, great homestead for homeowners or people that are planning to buy a property. We have awesome advantages for people that are veterans, especially if you're a 100% disabled veteran. We have awesome programs for you and your family members. However, we also do know that we have national disasters that have created tremendous burden to some homeowners in reference to insurance. So, one thing does not negate the other. So let's be clear. But regardless of that, let's see what the data shows as far as what people are thinking in Florida. What is looking to me, it seems to me that people are becoming more resilient to national disaster area because the pros outweighs the cons. And most of the times, the people that are coming here, coming from more expensive states that have hardship, that they might not have, let's say, the national disasters that we face here in Florida, but they have other national disasters as far as the weather goes. Maybe it's too cold, maybe it's too dry, maybe it's drought. For a number of things, they decide to come here. So let me share my screen with you so that you can see exactly what I'm referring to. Let's do this one. And I am going to really hope that I am sharing the screen that I believe I'm sharing. Okay. So where are people moving to and moving from? As you can see right here, guys. Let me put my glasses on because as soon as I hit 40, I became blind. If you see here, Florida, the state of Florida, we have more than 16,000 people who are looking to, searching to move right here to the state of Florida. That's a lot of people, guys. And then we are still in the top. Let me go up here so I can show you what I'm talking about. Actually, it's back here. We are still one of the top 5 states that home buyers search to move to is Florida. Among the other ones are North Carolina, Tennessee, South Carolina, and Maine. And California, like I was telling you, New York, Illinois, Washington, and Maryland were the top 5 states where people were moving from. So what am I telling you this from? These other states are higher, have a higher cost of living, and they decided to still move to Florida, regardless of how expensive the home insurance are. And so let me tell you what some of the stats are from right here locally. So this is how we ended up. And obviously, guys, remember, this only gives me a month back. because it has a full completion data of what happened. And here in Doral, we have an active inventory of single family homes of 97 homes, which is a 2.1% higher than a year ago. What does that mean to you? Okay, what this means to you is that we are having more inventory, 2.1% more than last year, meaning our inventory levels are going higher. However, this is also good that it's trending up. Pending inventory was 26, meaning 26 houses are pending. They're into the process of, in the sales process, they just haven't closed. And that is 8.3% higher than last year. So more houses are selling today that was selling November 2023, which is a good sign for those people that are looking to put their houses on the market, because we were seeing a little bit of luck. But now houses are moving a little bit faster this year comparing to last year. However, we still have more inventories. And that's because even though 26 pending is higher number, it took a little bit for the houses to actually start getting offers. Now, the average sales price, guys, have dropped 3.4% from a year ago, now making the average sales price at $1,043,529, which is still high, but it's 3.4% lower, right, than last year. So what does that tell you if you're a home seller? If you're a home seller, because this is what I hear all the time. Hey, Betty, I'm waiting until the houses go back up. Well, guys, I'm afraid, I don't want to be mean, but I'm saying you might have missed the boat. It have already hit high, all times high, and it might either linger in where it's at or it might trend down a little bit, but I just don't foresee it going higher. And it all depends, obviously, on what the interest rates do throughout 2025. Now, closed sales, we had actually 17 closed sales in the month of November, which is 21% higher than last year. Again, with the pending home sales and the closed sales, that's meaning that people are finally coming off the sidelines, meaning the buyers have realized that the interest rates are what they are, and that they have no power over that. And if they needed to buy, they're just going ahead and buying. So if this is you and if you are a seller, don't be afraid, because people are deciding to go ahead and put in these offers. Now, the median time to contract has also improved to 45 days, which is better than last year of 74 days from that time that they come on the market to the contract of a contract. So this is a great news, guys, because what this means is that people are no longer afraid, like I said, of the high interest rates. They're going ahead and they're putting in their offers and moving forward with their life. Now, this is higher though, month supply of inventory. We are trending into the balanced market. We are not either in a seller's market. We are not in a buyer's market right here in Doral. We are in a buyer's market in Miami. However, Doral, real estate is really local and even goes down to the neighborhoods. But Doral as a city, we actually have a balanced market. Again, my people, balanced market is between 4 and about 5.5 months supply of inventory, which we're still lingering at 4.9 months supply of inventory. Now, if we have less than 3 months, anything less than 3 months, we are in a seller's market, as I've said before. And if we have more than 6 months, we are trending into the buyer's market. But right now in Doral, we have a really healthy market. That means we have enough supply as there's demand. And as you can see, we have more pending inventory, more pending sales, and more closed sales than this time last year, which is awesome for our city. So if you're a buyer, you're most likely going to find what you're looking for. And at the same time, if you're a seller, you're going to be able to see within 45 days, within reasons, which is the average median time to contract, which, if think about it, is is a month and a half, right? From the time you come on the market to the time that you receive an offer. But from there, it's another 30 to 45 days, right? So you can account to be at least 30 months, 3 months, 3 months on the market between the time that you come on the market, you receive an offer, and you close on the sale. So why do I say this? Because a lot of people say, no, I'm going to come out on the market on this day because they want to be moved out by a specific day. Well, this is the time where you have to, what we call in the military, backwards planning. You have to think, when do I want to be moved out of my property based on the median time to contract from the time that you come to the market to the time that you receive an offer and you accept an offer, to then account to 30 to 45 days for the closing. So if, let's say, for instance, that you want to be moved out by June of next year, well, then you need to backwards plan, and you need to give yourself wiggle room. Let's say you don't want to give yourself exactly 3 months. Maybe you want to start interviewing agents a little bit of, with time, because guess what's going to happen? If you're going to interview agents and this agent is going to tell you, maybe you need to repair this, maybe it's best if you clean that, maybe it's best if you put some stuff in storage, whatever time it takes for you to have your property ready to come to market, because everything is a strategy and you have to plan for this. Then if you do want to move out and you want to be wherever it is that you want to go to next, let's say by June, July, then you need to start counting backwards. So 4 months from June, it's going to be right, March, April timeframe. Not even, what is it? April, May, June. No, you want to start looking back in February. You want to look your search for the agents that you believe that could help you sell your property. Then talk to them so that you can strategize. So you're going to come on the market so that you know based on that median time to contract, and then the time that it takes to do the paperwork. So anyway, enough on that. Let me show you how the interest rates are today. Let me share the screen with you too. Let's go to today's mortgage rate. I like to go to Mortgage News Daily. And right now, we are still lingering in the mid 6.5, in the mid 6. If you are FHA or if you are a VA, those are the best rates right now. Even better than a 15-year fixed mortgage rate. For my people out there that sometimes don't have any faith and don't believe what we're telling you, that the FHA and the VA usually have better interest rates. Well, here it is. Here you go, guys. This is not me telling you. Now, the fixed conventional loan are still at low 7, but it's still high. 7.07 as of today. Thursday, January 2nd is still this. Let me see. And then what I want to talk to you guys about is exactly what's happening right here in Doral. So how many houses went without selling, but that expired, canceled, or withdrawn? What does that mean? These are homeowners that were wishing to sell their property, but for some reason or another, they just couldn't sell their property. They sat on the market. I want to tell you how many we ended up with this year that could not sell the houses just in the city of Doral. We're not talking about Miami-Dade, just right here. So let me share this with you. And then again, you get the information that you need and you determine. So once I went to the MLS right here in Miami Realtors, if you see, we had 314 properties that failed to sell in the year of 2024. And that's between expires, and X means it expired, meaning they had a contract with their real estate agent, and for some reason it didn't sell. These were withdrawn. People just got tired of sitting on the market, and they just didn't sell. And this the same thing. It was just canceled. They say, you know what? I give up. I'm not going to sell my property anymore. And it's not sometimes that they don't want to sell their property. Sometimes it's just a matter of they are just not, they believe that they couldn't sell their property because of whatever X, Y, and Z. And if you see, this is, I mapped it out, it's just the city of Doral. Now, let's change it to, instead of canceled, withdrawn, or expires, again, guys, I'm only doing single family. I'm doing single townhomes and villas. Those are the ones that I got. Okay, let me go do it right here. Single and villas, give you 312. Now, instead of this, I'm going to instead see how many houses sold, because I don't want you to believe that that everything is doom and gloom. We are still, let me see, serial, no active. I am so sorry. Close. 365 of single condos and villas, and then we come to single villas. Okay. So these were how many properties closed. So if we see, we had 481 properties sold. So what does that say to you? So let me do a quick math here. Bear with me. Let me find myself here. Okay. So if we do 314 divided by 481, what this is telling me is that 65% of the property that came on the market sold versus 35% of the properties that came on the market didn't sell. So that's a big number, guys. That's a big number of houses not selling for whatever reason. Either expired, like I said, it canceled, or it got withdrawn. So you need to tell yourself or have the right expectations on knowing that properties are not selling as fast or as high as they were selling in 2021 and 2022. So they're taking a little longer to sell, and also they're selling for less. As if you saw, I showed to you, he's selling for 3.4% lower than last year. And that's just the average, because some of them are selling for way longer. If you're at higher price point, they're selling at 10 or 12% below. Now, if you're selling at a regular average price point, maybe you're selling more close to the average price point. So this is just a medium. So I want you to be with your eyes wide open and be abreast of what's happening in our area, because like I said, 35% of the properties went without selling throughout the year, but 65% actually did sell. So again, guys, I hope this brought some value to you. Let me make sure that I cover everything. Okay. So what do I predict for 2025? I predict that 2025 would be a little bit better than 2024. That's if the interest rate stays where they are. They still be better because the houses are coming down just a little, and the buyers are continuing to feel a little bit more optimistic, or they just came down to the realization that interest rates are what they are, and they're just going to have to lower their price point to be able to meet their monthly payments. However, if the interest rates go lower, then we're still going to have an affordability crisis, because even though the APR will be lower, what that means is the houses might go up, because everybody that was on the sidelines now decide to come out at the same time. And once buyers compete, prices go up. So it could be a toss-up. It could be a little bit some of the same. If they do lower the interest rates just a little tad every quarter, then I think we will have a healthy market where enough people are going to be on the market buying, and enough sellers will be comfortable to sell because they're not too high. But also, I'm not expecting them to drop it too drastically. But again, anything could happen, especially with the new administration coming on. I don't know exactly how the Fed is going to react to that, and how the interest rates will fluctuate throughout this year. So only our first quarter will tell you exactly what to expect on the housing market. Hey guys, if you do need to know how much equity you have in your property, and you want me to do this for you, feel free to leave me a comment below or send me a message. You have all of my information right here on my channel. And also, again, guys, you're not committed to sell your house or even to me. For the sake of that, just feel free to reach out to me and I will help you out, especially if you're right here in Doral. But anywhere here in South Florida. Anyway, guys, again, thank you for tuning in. I hope you had a good start of the new year. I am looking forward to 2025, and I am so grateful if you're here today with me and you stay all the way to the end. Tell me what you want to hear. Tell me what you want to know, and I will gladly make a segment with that subject, with you, with my opinion, with my knowledge, doing the research with the information that I have right in front of me. Take care. Have a good day and have a great weekend. I'll see you again next week, guys. Bye.
Real quick, calling all Doral professionals, entrepreneurs, and community influencers. Are you ready to showcase your business, share your knowledge and experience with our engaged audience? Building Connections Doral Talks invites you to become a guest speaker on our podcast. Share your unique perspectives and inspiring stories with our listeners. We believe in the power of your voice in shaping that conversations right here in Doral. Click the link below to submit your information and be part of our next episode. Join us in building connections, sharing knowledge, and growing together. Don't miss this opportunity to be a featured guest on Building Connections Doral Talks. Tune in, connect, share, and grow together with Building Connections Doral Talks, reshaping the way we engage with the diverse voices of Doral, one guest at a time. Doral Talks, your voice, our community. Click the link now on the show notes, the screen, or in the comments below, or just scan the QR code to submit your information as a guest. I hope to see you soon. See you in the next podcast. Bye.